What's going on, good people? Welcome to Camille St, episode number 47. Woo, you guys. Episode 47. We are going into 2026. So we will actually, looks like we will have 2 more episodes in 2025. So we'll have episode 47. Yay! And we're going to be ending with episode 48. And it's really a blessing because when I started, you guys, I started at the beginning of 2024. I started on January 19th, and I'll never forget it. The day before the 47th president was sworn in, and a lot of the country had started ending DEI well before he was even elected. Oh, yeah. A lot of the country and corporate jobs were actually ending DEI before he even got elected, which leads me to think maybe they knew he was going to get elected. I don't know. Maybe it was just because the opponent was an African American, very intelligent, highly qualified woman. And so maybe they knew that, well, actually, excuse me, African American / Indian, because she, and I won't even say African Americans. Isn't she Jamaican and Indian? I'm not for sure, but don't quote me. I know she's Indian and black, but her nationality is of a different ethnicity than African American. Like myself, I was born in this country, and honestly, if you were born in this country, you technically don't have an ethnicity. You only have what they told you, and that is African American, right? So, anywho, yeah, maybe that is why they already started ending the DEI programs. Because I know the job I used to work for ended their DEI program in October of 2024. And that was before the man was even elected. Okay. So, now it brings us to this entire year has gone by. I have yet to find another job, which is crazy because that is really shocking to me. It's never taken me this long. I believe the last time it took me about 6 months. The last time I was unemployed to actually find employment. Of course, that was in 2009 going into 2010. So it was just wild that I still haven't been able to find employment. But I really believe that everything happens for a reason. And I do know that I'm very inspirational and I definitely love to talk. So if anyone is looking for a podcast host, you want to do podcasts together, we can simulcast, we can figure it out. Hey, I am ready and open. I definitely know that I have the charisma, okay? And I know that I have the mind for this. And I'm just very thankful because I'm going to let y'all know every episode is off the cuff. I never actually have anything written down. I've never planned and said, okay, we're going to talk about this. We're going to talk about that. Like even today, episode 47, I'm just talking about living life because right now, for a lot of people around the world, it's not even just in this country, you guys. This is a global effect. And we've got to realize that what we do as a person can definitely affect a country. And then what we do as a country can definitely affect another country. And then you have that snowball effect, as you will, as everybody's getting hit all at once. Because I know it's a couple of countries, though, that their employment is doing well, but not many. It is a lot of countries, not just America, you guys, but Americans are being hit hard right now. I did hear the latest unemployment rate is 4.6% for the entire country. But just so you guys know, it is 8.3% among African Americans in this country, which is the highest it's ever been since the 60s. So you guys, I hear on TikTok and Instagram when I'm scrolling and people are saying that They are 50% complete with this 2025 or project 2025. And I'll say this to you guys, as long as they continue to put that type of energy out in the physical world, and we in the physical world entertain that energy as opposed to standing together and knowing the energy that we have and feeling when right is right and wrong is wrong, until we start doing that and coming together, we will absorb the effects of that. But until we start coming together and uniting, we will continue to feel the effects. It is time to unite. We have got to make sure that we are looking out for one another in any and every kind of way. I love seeing it on social media with MD Motivator and Jimmy and just a whole lot. I've been seeing a whole lot more coming out now. I know it's this young man named Romeo in New York, and it is just a beautiful thing to see that these creators have built something so strong and so powerful through inspiration and motivation by being vulnerable as well. Because a lot of them, I know MD Motivator Zach, he speaks about the struggles that he went through and where he was mentally, and that's what helped him break out of that mental struggle, is being open about it and being vulnerable. And right now, it is time to make sure that we are vulnerable and we are authentic in our actions and we are intentional with our actions. You guys, I had a visit from the ancestors last October, and I'm thankful for the visit, and I will refrain from speaking bad about myself. But they told me to move with intention. So now every movement, every podcast, every word, every action is with intention. I'm vulnerable. I never have asked for help. I've never told people my problems and what I'm dealing with. I would have never, if I wasn't speaking the spirit and I wasn't allowing God to, in the source, to make sure that they entered my life wholly, I would have never shared that I needed money for my rent. I would have never asked for help, no matter how down bad I was. I would have never asked for that. But I'm just thankful that I have grown enough in my own personality, own body, own self, to come out and know when I need help, to never be ashamed of asking for it. Because at the end of the day, the more vulnerable we are, the more that we can help someone else. Because we never know who we're helping with our actions, with what we do and the moves that we make. You know, you just never know who you're helping or hurting. But most importantly, you just want to make sure that you're helping, you know, because that should be the most important thing. That should be where our mind is, helping one another. And if you have it, help. And I see a lot of the world is helping. So I'm going to ask again if y'all could donate to the cause. I still need $19.15, and I really need more than that, but I still need $19.15 for the rent. You know, and that's just for the apartment. That's not the mention of bills and everything else. Because like I said, my savings been gone for a minute. You know, I got my savings. I've been unemployed since January the 3rd. So, you know, I did have a severance, and, you know, I was blessed to have money till March. But after that, it was no money. In the unemployment, it was that $300 a week it helped. So I'm thankful for it. It helped. But I was definitely still looking for work, and I'm just really shocked. I've applied with Delta several times. I've applied with Frontier. I even applied with Spirit, y'all. But of course, y'all know they went bankrupt, so of course they stopped hiring. But it's just one of those things where you have to just listen and use discernment. And most importantly, know that as long as you wake up, as long as your eyes open that next morning or even that night, and you're stressing, you know, because y'all, I'm gonna be honest with y'all, I've been stressing so bad, my chest been hurting, like right here. My chest is like right in front of my heart. My chest has been hurting, and I don't know what it is. You know, I just replay, and that's where I say it. I talk to people who can relate. When we think about what we've been through in the past, all we're doing is we're taking ourselves back in time. We're taking ourselves back to that moment. and you have to heal from that. And so I think right now I'm working on that, and I'm so definitely grateful that I'm focused on healing and refraining from look at the past and look at what I did and look at what was done to me, and just use those moments and use that time to have growth. Have growth. Because at the end of the day, it happened. Whatever happened, happened. And there's zero going back in reality. But when you take yourself back in your mind, all you're doing is pulling yourself down, and you're just dragging yourself. And it's zero need to do that. Make sure you continue to big up yourself. Make sure you continue to promote yourself. Make sure that you continue to pour into yourself, because that is the most important thing, you guys. So regardless of what you're going through, and this is what this episode is going to be, just living. Make sure that you focus on just living, because at the end of the day, that's really all you can hope for, is to continue to live, because as long as you are living, you have the ability to change your situation. And I'm going to leave you guys with one of my quotes. Y'all already know I'm going to promote my book. I'm going to promote, like I said, you got to promote yourself when you have something. And even if you don't have a book or you're an artist, so what? You still create. You create. So whatever you do, create and big up yourself and promote yourself of what you do. If you're a chef, promote that. Promote the flavors that can pop in everybody's mouth. If you're an artist, if you're a painter, whatever you do, if you just like to talk, promote that. Promote yourself. As y'all can see, I love to talk. Okay. And I'm going to leave you guys with this before I give you a quote from my book. I was watching another TikTok. Actually, my friend See Her Journey on TikTok and actually Instagram, if you guys want to go follow her on both of those. She's very inspirational as well. She sent me a video, and it was titled "And Suddenly." And it was a prayer. And it was also speaking about how you look up and God just blesses you, and suddenly everything is okay. So regardless of what storm you are going through, because I know I'm going through it with you, my brother and my sister. So whatever the storm, and all our storms are going to always be different. They're going to always be a different storm. But whatever storm you are going through, just know you are strong enough to get through it. You can break down and cry. I was crying earlier today. You can break down and cry. It is okay. It's okay to get frustrated, but bring yourself back. Pull yourself back in and know, and suddenly, it will change. Stay positive, stay focused, and know you got this. All right, I'm going to read you guys a quote from my book. Get inspired, stay inspired, start inspiring. All right. And it's a book written by moi. Please visit clhpublishing.com. Check out all my inspirational products. It's something I know you will like. I know Christmas is already here. You would not get it if you wanted to order it today as a Christmas present. However, you could still place an order. It'll still get to you. It may get to you before the new year, but I doubt it. The mail's moving slow. I mailed something out Saturday. It ain't even going to get there till next Saturday. So it's just like, but at the end of the day, if you place your order today, it will get to you. All right. And that is the most important thing, is you will have something that inspires you, and you will also be supporting me. So let's crack this book open and read a quote. This is perfect for what we were talking about or what I was talking about. Idle thoughts are a waste of your time. Stop thinking about the same problem over and over again. Move on to the solution. Won't he do it, y'all? When I say open it up, and voila. And this is Daytona Beach, y'all. That's Daytona Beach water. But yes, idle thoughts are a waste of your time. Stop thinking about the same problem over and over again. Move on to the solution. If you want a copy of my book, visit clhpublishing.com. You will definitely be glad you got you a copy, okay? There are some fabulous quotes in here, all right, to help you get inspired, stay inspired, and start inspiring. Again, visit clhpublishing.com. Y'all make sure y'all follow me on Instagram. It is flywithme32. Make sure you hit that bell on YouTube and subscribe to my YouTube channel. It is Camille in the Lion's Den. And I don't know how long I'm going to be on TikTok, but if y'all want to come over there and follow me for now, it's Camille H. Fly. You guys get inspired, and remember, Stop thinking about the same thing, the same problem, the past. Move forward. You got this.